Now the first step is to restart your computer. Simply restart your computer once, and after the system restart, launch the game. Do not ignore this step. Just restart your computer once and then check. Next step is to try this. So go to Steam, click on the play, and then select this option, and then you can click on play and then check. Now the next step is to set Windows power plan to power saver. Now for this, type in control panel in Windows search box and then go to control panel and then go to hardware and sound and then go to power options. Now over here, if you see power saver like this, so if you see power saver, select power saver, apply the settings and then check. Now you have to do this before the shader completion. So before you launch the game, you can simply select power saver in Windows power plan, and then once the shader completion is complete, then you can put it back to balanced or high performance and then check. Now the next step is to update the system BIOS. Now this is important. Do not ignore this. Update your system BIOS. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have Dell computer, go to Dell. If you have Lenovo, go to Lenovo. If you have HP, go to HP. So go to your system manufacturer website and then select your model number. Make sure that you select your computer, and once you select your computer, select the right operating system, and then you can find the BIOS in the list. Now once you find the BIOS, update the BIOS, download it, and then update your system BIOS. Now in case of laptop, before you update the system BIOS, make sure battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter, the charger, is connected to the computer. During the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, you can log into the computer and then you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to verify the game files. Now this is important. So make a right click on the game and then select properties and then go to install files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. Now once the verification is 100% complete, then you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to install Intel Extreme Tuning Utility. Now this has worked for a few players, so it may work for you, so you can try this. So if you don't have this Intel Extreme Tuning Utility, you can go to Intel website and you can download, install it, and once you install it, you can launch it, and then you can lower down CPU core ratio to 54, maybe 53 or 52. So you can try this and then apply the settings, but when you restart your computer, you might have to repeat the process. So you can try this. This has worked for a few players, so you can do this. Now the next step is to, now you can skip this step if you're not able to launch the game. So if you're able to launch the game, you can try this. If you're not able to launch the game, then you can skip this step and follow the next step. So if you're able to launch the game first. So go to settings and then go to graphics, and then if the frame generation is on, turn it off. Now even if you're using DLSS, turn this off. So turn off frame generation and then check. Now super resolution, I will just set it to 50. And frame generation is off. Ray tracing, I will just turn it off for now. And then if the graphics presets is set to high or very high, then you can change it to high. You can even select medium over here, and you can even go for low, but I'll keep at medium. And then apply the settings. Now go to display. Now if this is set to like borderless, you can try window mode. And resolution, if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower down more. VSync, you can try both, like you can turn off the VSync and then check. You can even turn it on and then check. Frame rate, I will just, for now, I will just set it to 60. Motion blur, I will set it to, you can try weak, and then apply the settings and then check the performance. Now the next step is to launch the game from the game installation folder. So now for this, go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files, and it will take you to the game installation folder. Over here you can see the game exe file, make a right click on the game exe file, select properties, go to this tab, and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, and then make a double click, try launching the game from here. If that does not work, again go to properties, and this time select, put a check over here, select Windows 8, hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, select Windows 7 over here, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game, and then check. Still not working, put a check on disable full screen optimization, hit apply, click on OK, and then make a double click to launch the game. It's still not working, open B1 folder, binaries Win64, and then select this exe file. And then do the same thing, make a right click, go to properties, go to this tab, and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game from here. If that does not work, put a check over here, select Windows 8, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game. If that does not work, select Windows 7 over here, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game. And the last step is to put a check on disable full screen optimization, hit apply, click on OK, and then make a double click, launch the game from here. Still not working. So when you put a check on all these boxes, still not working, then you can uncheck these boxes, hit apply, click on OK, and then go back and then do the same thing with the first exe file. Make a right click, properties, and uncheck these boxes. Now once you uncheck these boxes, now follow the next step. Now the next step is to, now if you're using any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, whichever antivirus program you're using, allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. Now I'm not using any antivirus program, I'm using Windows Security. So if you're using Windows Security, open settings, go to privacy and security. If you have Windows 11, if you have Windows 10, click on update and security. Now click on Windows Security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the end you will see manage ransomware protection, click on it. Now click on allow an app through control folder access, click on yes to allow, and then click on add an allowed app, browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder. So if the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder, Steam apps folder, and then open the common folder, and then open the game folder, and then select the game exe file, click on open. Again click on add an allowed app, browse all apps, open B1 folder, binaries Win64, select this exe file, click on open. Now type in control panel in Windows search box, and then go to control panel, go to system and security, Windows Defender Firewall, click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall, click on change settings on the top, click on allow another app, click on browse, and then go to the game installation folder once again, and then open the game folder, select the game exe file, click on open, and then click on add. In my case, I have already added the game. Again, click on allow another app, click on browse, and then open B1 binaries Win64. Select this exe file, click on open, and then click on add. In my case, I have already added the game. Now once the game is added over here, now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to perform a clean installation of your graphics driver. Now this is important. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website and then select your product type. For me, it's GeForce Experience. So make sure that you select your product type over here, and then select your series over here from the list, and then select your graphic card over here. And then if you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11, and this will be game ready driver. And then click on search, and then click on download, and then click on download. And once the download is complete, run the exe file, and then click on yes to allow, and then click on agree and continue, and then select custom option, and then click on next. Now put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check on perform a clean installation, and then click on next. And once the installation is complete, let the installation complete, and then restart your computer, and then you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box, and then go to graphics settings. Now click on browse over here, go to the game installation folder, and then open the game folder, select the game exe file, click on add. Once the game is added, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Again click on browse, and then open B1 folder, binaries Win64, select this exe file, click on add, and once the game is added over here, now click on options, select high performance, now click on save, now launch the game and then check. Next step is to roll back graphics drivers. So for NVIDIA users, you can go to NVIDIA website and then select your graphic card from the list. Make sure that you select your graphic card, your operating system, click on start search, and then scroll down, and then the latest graphic driver right now is 560.81. you can try 560.70 or maybe 556.12. so try older version and then click on get download and download the file, run the exe file. But when you go for installation, put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation, and after the clean installation, restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now AMD users can go to AMD website. Now once you go to AMD website, select your graphic card from the list. I don't have AMD graphics, but this is just an example. Select your graphic card, and then once you select your graphic card, click on submit, and then scroll down and click on previous drivers, and then select your operating system, and then the latest is 24.6.1. you can try 24.5.1 or maybe 24.4.1. so you can try older version, but you have to uninstall the current version first, restart your computer, and then install the older version, and then restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to unplug all the external devices from the computer which you're not using. So if you have HOTAS, pedals, wheel, or any kind of USB adapter or any USB dongle connected, disconnected, and then launch the game. If sometimes you have extra controller connected, so if you have any extra controller connected, disconnected. If you have any kind of virtual controller, like if you're using any kind of virtual, like in that case you have to uninstall it or disable it. If you're launching the game, if you have multiple monitors set up, try launching the game on single monitor. Disable Steam overlay. Now for this, go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties, and then turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game, and then check. Also, if you have any other overlay application running, like if you have Discord running or GeForce Experience running, turn off overlay in Discord or GeForce Experience. If you have MSI Afterburner running, turn off overlay in MSI Afterburner. So close all the other overlay application and then launch the game. Also close all the overclocking application, like if you have MSI Afterburner, RevaTuner, any kind of overclocking application, you can close it and then check. Also, if you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and you can check. The next step is to install Visual C++ file. The link is provided in the video description. Go to this link and it will take you to Microsoft website. Scroll down, at the end you will see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and x64 versions. So download x86 and then run this exe file. Now if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install, click on yes to allow. Download this x64 file as well, and also run this exe file. Now again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install and let the installation complete. Make sure both are installed. Once installed, you will see a restart option. So restart your computer after this, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to update your Windows to the latest version. Do not ignore this. Just go to Windows Update or Update in Security and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed, then restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can launch the game. Now the next step is to increase the virtual memory. So go to NVIDIA website and then select your product type. For me, it's GeForce Experience. So make sure that you select your product type over here, and then select your series over here from the list, and then select your graphic card over here. And then if you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11, and this will be game ready driver. And then click on search, and then click on download, and then click on download. And once the download is complete, run the exe file and then click on yes to allow, and then click on agree and continue, and then select custom option and then click on next. Now put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check on perform a clean installation and then click on next. And once the installation is complete, let the installation complete and then restart your computer, and then you can launch the game and then check. Now The last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game to C drive. So first of all, uninstall the game, make a right click, manage, uninstall. Now after you uninstall it, go to the game installation folder and delete the game folder, restart your computer, and then install the game to C drive. So if the game is installed to D drive, E drive, or any external drive, try to install the game to C drive and then check. If the game is already installed to C drive, then try to install the game to another SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.